Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to speed up your manifestation. If you feel like what you're trying to manifest is taking way too long to come to you, or if you feel like it's just not happening, then this is the video for you. One of my favorite secrets to speeding up your manifestation is the idea of slowing down to speed up, or going slower to go faster. Which sounds very counterintuitive, but it's one of the most effective ways to get what you want faster. And the best way that I can explain this is if you've ever been in a rush, like say you had to go to the airport because you're like running late for your flight or something like that. And if you were like in a rush and you're like frantic and you have all this like nervous and anxious energy in your mind that like starts to radiate into your body, into your actions, and you're like running around frantically, grabbing everything, like running out the door, what can happen is you're like in such a rush and in such a hurry to get to where you want to be, which is the airport. And because of that, you may forget things. Like it could be little things like your water bottle or whatever, things that you don't necessarily like need, right? But on the other hand, it could be something important, something you actually need, like your passport, let's say. And because you were in such a rush to get to where you wanted to be, you ended up realizing that you didn't even have your passport halfway there, and you had to turn around and like basically go back, and you end up being even later than you wanted to be. Whereas on the other hand, if you slow down and just take the time to like take a breath and calm your body down, and then that will actually calm down your mind, and just kind of do like a deep breath and exhale out all of the nervous energy, all of the frantic energy, all the anxious energy, then you can actually slow down and make sure that you have everything you need before you leave the house, and you end up getting there like actually earlier than you would have if you were like rushing and trying to get there faster. So that's like the best way that I can kind of explain how this works, because sometimes when we want to be somewhere, when we want to get to our destination really fast, we think that we have to do all of these things. We think that like the more we do, the harder we work, the more we like hustle, then the faster we're gonna get there and the more results we're gonna get. But it doesn't always work that way. And another example I like to think of is quality over quantity. Like sometimes with hustle culture, like we think if I want to be more successful, then I just need to work harder. I need to clock more hours. I need to produce more products. I need to just like up my output. And that's how I'm going to get to my goals faster. But one of two things can happen when you're in such a hurry and in such a rush to pump out more products, pump out more content, whatever it is, and you kind of forget about the quality of your work. Is you could make mistakes in your work. Like say it's like your corporate job and you're just like trying to pump out as many projects as you can to like meet deadlines and stuff. What can happen is there could be like mistakes in your work, like errors, and your clients or your boss could be like, hey, your work is just like riddled with errors and this is just not acceptable, and they might make you like restart the project all over again. So that's gonna like put you back even further than if you just took your time and did it properly. Or if you're trying to just push out as much product, as much services as you can, and the quality declines, people are gonna notice that and they're not gonna want to come back and work with you. So in doing that, what you're essentially doing is you're working more and working harder, but you're not getting as much results because you're rushing. There's that one saying where it's like, be quick but don't rush, or something like that. And that's basically what it is. Like you want to do things, you know, in a timely manner, but you don't want to rush, because that's when mistakes happen or when the quality of your work declines. Whereas instead, if you would have just like calmed down and took your time and did things like to a higher quality, then it's gonna bring you a lot more results. It's kind of like that principle where like 80% of the output or 80% of the revenue comes from like 20% of your work. So what you have to do is just be efficient in the sense that you're working smarter and not working harder, and you're thinking about what is the 20% that's actually bringing me the majority of the results, the majority of the revenue, and then you need to focus on that. And that's why sometimes it really helps to just take a step back and slow down and kind of analyze and think about what is going on before you just dive into more work or like working more hours, because we know that working more doesn't equal more success or more results. So that's why it's so important to kind of slow down and think about it. And another reason why this works is because when you are in your like go 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 like anxious mode and you're like frantically, you know, trying to rush to the destination, the end result, trying to get to where you want to be, a lot of the times what happens is you're not having fun. You're not enjoying yourself, you're not having a good time. Your feelings and emotions are your vibrations, and those feelings and vibrations get mirrored back into your life. So if you're putting out anxious energy, what you're going to attract is people and experiences to make you even more anxious. If you're putting out like stress and in a hurry and you don't have what you want, all of these feelings and emotions are just going to get mirrored back to you. You're just going to get more frustration. You can get more of what you don't want, more of feeling like you're not getting what you want. So that's why sometimes you have to refocus your energy, and that's why it's so important to focus on the little things that are going well in your life. And that's why if you're like trying to manifest success, what you would do actually is think about what is already working in your business, in your career, what is already bringing you success right now, and then you lean into that. So if you're feeling like frustrated because your manifestation isn't coming fast enough, then that's the feeling you're radiating at, and that's like the radio station that you're on. And what you're gonna get back is more frustrations, more delays, more blockages. That's gonna keep you where you are. So what you have to do is kind of readjust, change the radio station to your life, change the radio station to your feelings. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit down, take a deep breath, and focus on all of the good things that you have in your life first to get you in that gratitude mode. Then you're gonna think about all of the things that you have manifested into your life, because in doing that, what you're doing is you're sending out the message of gratitude. You're sending out a message of, look how much I've already manifested into my life. You're reminding yourself that you are a powerful creator because you have already manifested so many things into your life. And because of that, you know that whatever it is you're trying to manifest right now is going to happen for you. You are 100% certain that you will get what you want, that it's already on its way to you. And I always like to leave room for something better. So if you're manifesting, you're like, oh, it's not happening, it's not coming, do all of the steps, reassure yourself that it's already on its way, or something better is already in the works. I was watching this video recently about how rejection is actually just redirection and protection. I think her name is Boya Jones. I was like so obsessed with that video because just before I was watching that video, I was feeling so like down and negative and like sad about like certain rejections that I've faced in my life regarding like my career or people, friendships, whatever. And she was just talking about how you need to remember that life happens for you. So sometimes when you get rejected, sometimes when rejection happens, it's because that was the best possible scenario. That was the best possible thing that could have happened to you. But in the moment, it doesn't feel like that, and it just feels really awful because you don't see the full picture yet. And I have so many examples of this in my life where in the moment I'm like, wow, this like really terrible thing happened to me. But then in the future, when I look back and I've gone full circle and I realize that that had to happen for a reason because it led me to something better, then I see that that terrible thing that happened or that bad thing that happened really did happen for me. It really was the best case scenario because it redirected me to something better. So always leave room for that because sometimes we think we know what we want, but there's something better in the works for us and we just don't know yet. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye!